Good morning and welcome to Stony and Jamar. Happy Friday. How are you this morning, Jamar?
I'm good. Happy Friday.
Happy Friday. We made it through this wonderful week with a sigh of, oh my God, OMG. I'm telling you, overnight, just as we just gonna dive right into it. Ex-Trump advisor John Bolton. So as another way of weaponizing scare tactic, um, ex-Trump advisor John Bolton was indicted on 18 counts, as you know, yesterday, federal charges for um, leaking supposedly classified information. He had written a book, but in this book, there was nothing that was classified in the book. Um, and it was published, of course. So if you don't know who he is, John Bolton is the former national security advisor to the former Trump administration. Okay.
hmm
So when he was elected in 2016. So he's one of the people that are on the I'm going to get you list.
mm
And Bolton just surrendered at the federal courthouse. He just turned himself in about an hour ago. And he has compared President Trump to Soviet dictator Joseph Stalin's. You, are you aware of him?
Solid. Uh-huh.
Stalin's. Okay. Well, that was my first time ever knowing about him, but Stalin's is from Georgia, some part of Georgia, and um, I don't know if it was this Georgia or it could be Soviet Union Georgia.
Soviet Union.
Okay, so they got a Georgia over there.
Yeah. Yeah.
Cause I was like, hold on, I never heard of that Georgia before. I don't have time to I don't have time to go look, but he reigned in power until his death in March 5th, 1953.
hmm
So, do you see any comparisons there? Because I was thinking more Hitler, but I mean,
Well,
Joseph looked like Hitler too.
oh, it's a lot of dictators over the years. So a
Oh,
dictator is a dictator. You can compare Trump to Stalin. You can compare him to Hitler. You could compare him to a multitude of um, wow, it was just in my. I just said the word dictators, right?
yes,
You can compare him to every other dictator. It's funny though, right? Because the guy who had classified documents, who had been charged,
yes.
right? If you remember,
John
Trump was
Bolton.
charged. He was charged with having classified documents. Is the person who's weaponizing the government, the DOJ, to go after somebody about classified information. I mean, at this point, I'm gonna keep saying it. It's not as if he didn't say he was gonna do it. You know, he's taking revenge. I don't think a lot of these charges that they're drumming up on people are gonna stick.
But do you know the agony, even though they may not stick, just the agony of being fingerprinted,
hmm
um, a photo taken of you against your will from the
hmm
left to the front, the side, um, take your clothes off or whatever. Sign this
hmm
document. This is the parameters of what you're going to have to do while you're out on bail.
hmm
Your
hmm
house being put up for some type of collateral. So now you're talking about your legacy that you've worked hard as an American
hmm
for your children, because all of these people who have been arrested, like Letitia James, Bolton, Comey, they have less days in front of them than and more days behind them. So the stress that is upon them is massive.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. And
So
he's doing, oh, I'm sorry, go ahead.
no, go ahead, go ahead.
Yeah, he's doing exactly what was done to him, right? It's obvious revenge. He's doing exactly what was done to him, the same embarrassment that he felt, which was justified, right? Donald
Right.
Trump was being charged with things that crimes he actually committed, right? Trying to overturn an election, paying off a prostitute. These are things he actually did.
Mhm.
But he's taking revenge on people by just, weaponizing the DOJ to just go after them, which is, typical dictator behavior.
Right. Instead of going through the prosecutorial justifications and a due process of the law, we're missing the due process of law. Not because I said so. What about because this person actually did commit a crime? You
Right.
know, people commit crimes every day. And I'm not justifying any type of criminal behavior because a sin is a sin, a crime is a crime. However, you have probably, and I don't fly, so I'm speaking in general. You probably have taken something from overseas and brought it over here in your luggage. That's a crime against the customs borders. That's a federal offense. You could have walked in some place. I've walked in a courthouse and didn't know that I had mace in my purse one day. That's a crime.
Mm-hmm.
So, and they could they have arrested me? Yes, because there was a sign at the door saying no weapons, no pepper spray, no mace. But I totally forgot. So every day we commit some type of traffic law or offense that's not of the law. We may not stop fully at the stop sign. So are we to be arrested, charged, and convicted and held in the judicial system? This is
Yeah, it's the weaponizing of the DOJ for me. It's the fact that you're using the DOJ to go after people, uh, and it's the silence from his supporters that they're okay with this. They're okay with him stepping on the Constitution. To me, that's more disturbing than what he's actually doing. Because if his supporters uh, didn't support it, he wouldn't be able to do it. And then, that's just really dangerous that we have a high percentage of the country that is okay with him weaponizing the DOJ because he's convinced them that the DOJ was weaponized against him when he actually committed felonies. So, that is the most disturbing part of this whole thing of what he's doing is that, half of the country is okay with it.
well, I'm going to say this, Jamar. I don't think the country is okay with it. I believe that the country is looking and saying, what's next in America? And could that happen to me? So, if it happened to John Bolton, if it happened to Letitia James, if it happened to James Comey, those are his classification of friends. What about the working citizen of America? So, what's next? So, he's instilling the fear of his constituents, people that once sat at the table with him and broke bread and wished him well. And now he's throwing the sword or the dagger, and they're going to
His,
the pokey.
his supporters don't care. Now, you and I and other people in the country, we may be concerned about it, but his supporters and over 50% of the country voted for him. It wasn't 30 or 40. It was over half of the country voted for him. So his supporters don't care. What you're saying right now is what his supporters were saying when he was being prosecuted. It's the same thing. Well, they'll go after him. What about us? So his supporters don't care at all.
I'm gonna say this, Jamar. I see people turning their cars around and backing their asses up.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I see is happening in America. And it's right there in the Republican Party, starting with Marjorie Taylor Greene. That's one of them. Some others feel the same way because I see the Republican Party as a gang. I don't see them as a party that is working towards the betterment of this country. I see them as gang members taking over the America and making it the Constitution work for them and not for the people.
Mm. Uh, I would say this: there is no more Republican Party. It's only the MAGA Party. It used to be a Republican Party. Um, as far as Marjorie Greene Taylor turning, look, she helped him get into office. She was a major part of it, and her whole beef with him is over Israel, right? If it wasn't for Israel, she wouldn't be really saying too much either. Right? She has an issue with the policies and him basically getting in bed with Israel. Like I said, there is no Republican Party. The Republicans had an opportunity to stand up in this election. They had an opportunity to shoot down the big bill. They had plenty of opportunities to stop him. They have an opportunity right now to stop him, but they're not going to stop him because they're MAGA now. You either fall in line or you get like Comey, you get like Bolton. The same thing happens to you. So
There's only so much Comey, James, and Bolton you can do. There's only so much of that can happen.
I
Only
don't
so
know.
much.
I don't know. He's in a.
I'm ready. I'm ready for an impeachment. I'm ready for, and I'm not talking about a 25th Amendment impeachment. I'm talking about the impeachment where the whole party is gone, him and Vance.
Right. Who's going to do it?
We the people.
Now, I'm glad you said that because me, myself, I could care less. I really don't care about what Donald Trump is doing and where he's taking this country. Donald Trump is not the cause. Donald Trump is the effect. It's a cause and effect. Donald Trump is not the cause. He's the effect. They've been wanting a Donald Trump for years. Half of this country have been wanting a Donald Trump. They wouldn't have cared if it was the Grand Dragon of the KKK. But they wanted someone like Donald Trump in the presidency. He represents who you just said, the people. Donald Trump didn't get there by magic. He represents the people. We need to remember that he's representing some people in this country, and they are okay with what he's doing. They've been wanting him there. They've been wanting somebody like Donald Trump for years. Me personally, I don't care where he's taking this country. They asked for it, let him get it.
You're not concerned about the high food prices, the tariffs that we're paying. You're not concerned about the education of the special education being cut. You're not concerned about the Obamacare subsidies that our middle-aged people like us and people like, excuse me, our elderly are able to get, even though they have Medicare, Medicaid. They also need a subsidy like Humana. So with Humana, they can also get a tax cut. So that doesn't affect you, the things that he's cutting out.
Well, let me be clear when I say I don't care. I'm black, so they've been cutting our schools. They've been attacking our health care. They've been attacking our communities. These things are not new to us. We're gonna be okay. We know how to survive. We're gonna make it. It's gonna hurt, yes. Yes, it's gonna hurt, but we are okay. And me being black, I'm more concerned about our 14 and 15 and 16-year-old kids that are dying in the streets because of guns, because a mechanism was brought into the black community that turns a semi-automatic weapon into a automatic weapon. These things have been happening to our community forever. Forever. We have this thing where we feel like we have to try to save, we have to fix America. No, we don't. It's not our responsibility as black people in America to keep trying to fix America. America is not broken. It is operating the way it has always operated in regards to our people. And we do these things at the detriment of our community. We suffer while trying to fix America. I mean, we look at our communities right now. Is it us? Are we really low IQ? Are we born violent? Are we lazy? So why does it seem like Black America can't get over the hump? It's because of what the things that you just said. Our schools always been attacked. The funding for our schools go off the taxes based on the tax bracket. So we don't get the funding like other schools do. So our children suffer. The drugs come to our community.
Right.
Other communities were allowed, right? So you go back into the 50s and 60s and 70s, who brought the drugs into the country? The Italians. Everybody but us. But where did it wind up at? In our community.
In our neighborhoods, yes.
Right? And then you sit back and you glorify the gangsters. The Italians are the godfathers, while our community suffers. All the time, our community is out protesting. We out saying, hey, everybody should have rights. We have the civil rights movements. We doing all of this. So they asked for a Donald Trump. They've been wanting a Donald Trump forever. So wherever he's going to take this country, go ahead and take it.
Well, I mean, I like your stance on that. That goes back to what we said earlier in the week. For us, Black Americans, we've already been on the ground. So us falling, it's like, okay. But for them to fall from, I can only imagine what Bolton is going through. He is a senior citizen. He is a, older male. And so this has to be very difficult for him to have to turn himself in
Right.
and not know, if even at the advisement of counsel, because the protocol wasn't, the proper protocol and due process wasn't followed before. So I'm sure he's nervous about, okay, you're taking me in this building and I'm going to go through this process, but am I going to be able to walk out?
Yeah. Well,
that's
yeah. You know what? Hey, good luck. Trump was your man, right? Trump hired you. That was your people's. So, whatever you got coming, welcome to America. This is what happened.
I'm listening. I'm looking for some footage that I have. Go ahead. I'm listening.
Yeah. He'll be all right. And even if he's not all right, I mean, that's really not no concern of mine. Like whatever happened to him, Comey, I feel bad for the New York Attorney General who prosecuted Trump, right? What she has to go through because she was just doing her job. But for the people who were right there with Donald Trump, you were on his side, his first presidency. Now you're being arrested. Now you being charged. Okay, good luck. Godspeed. God be with you. Because you supported him. You supported him and you knew what he was and who he was.
Right.
So, and that just goes for his supporters. His supporters are going to feel it eventually. Some of them,
Well,
you're right. Some of them have, backtracked.
yeah.
It's a little too late now.
I watched a video of someone, it got over 3.4 million views, of the speech that the Vice President Kamala Harris stated. And it was chilling because everything that she said during that election is now manifesting bit by bit, bit by bit. And I'm like, well, look at you.
Why are there no calls for impeachment?
Look at this.
This is unacceptable. I will not live in an authoritative country, and neither will any of these people. You can do more. I like you, and I will vote for you if you are brave and you do what we need. We need him impeached. We need him removed.
There is no doubt that this president's conduct has already exceeded any prior standard for impeachment by the United States House of Representatives. I agree with you. But as I said at the beginning, I also have no choice but to be candid with you about the situation that we face and the tools that are at our disposal. As strongly as I agree with you, ma'am. And I regret if this is an unwelcome response, but my job is to be honest with you. The only way to achieve what you want to achieve is to have a majority in the United States House of Representatives.
Well, now, and listen at this.
Stupid move. And they don't want to talk about it. You know, they have their day coming up. I hear very few people are going to be there, by the way. But they have their day coming up, and they want to have their day in the sun. But they should really make a deal. So what we're doing, I mean, they call him Darth Vader, but he's actually a very nice person, Russell Vogt. But Russell Vogt is really terminating tremendous numbers of Democrat.
So this is it does. I was always told that it doesn't stop until they get tired. And the lady who was speaking, this was back in that clip that I posted of her, that was back in April. So they were starting to feel a little pressure back then. We're now in October. I can only imagine now when you heard the president speak on
Stupid
this
move.
year.
And they don't want to talk about it. You know, they have their day coming up. I hear very few people are going to be there, by the way. But they have their day coming up, and they want to have their day in the sun. But they should really make a deal. So what we're doing, I mean, they call him Darth Vader, but he's actually a very nice person, Russell Vogt. But Russell Vogt is really terminating tremendous numbers of Democrat.
No, Speaker Johnson, the No Kings rally on October 18th is not a hate America rally. In fact, it's quite the contrary. It's a love America rally. It's a rally of millions of people all over this country who believe in our Constitution, who believe in American freedom, and are not going to let you and Donald Trump turn this country into an authoritarian society. It's a group of people who are disgusted that you and your friends want to double healthcare premiums in this country and take healthcare away from 15 million Americans. The right to protest is what America is about. You are not going to stop us.
Well, my friend, Bernie Sanders says you're not going to stop us from.
It sounds good. My question is this: when was the last time protesting in America changed anything? That would be back in the 1960s when black people protested and the Civil Rights Bill was passed. Since that time, protesting in America has done nothing. So you fighting a new war using old weapons. So good luck. We'll see how it turned out.
Well, I seen another video. I didn't put it on to post it, but it was a Black American stating that for us not to take ourselves out there because this is what they asked for. So, and then I saw another documentary about one of the House leaders or House representatives speaking that protesting should be made a crime and go after the people that give the dollars to organize these protests and
Mhm.
charge them with the RICO Act. So that's what they want to start attacking the people that fund these protests in these
Yes.
cities so that
Mhm.
they can stop the protests.
Oh yeah, they're investigating them. They're investigating right now. They are starting an investigation into the donors of people who are protesting. You know what happens if a lot of black people go out and protest, right?
Right,
All of a sudden it becomes violent.
right,
All of a sudden the police become more aggressive. So yes, that's what they would like. They would like black bodies to get out there because that's when they'll get aggressive. As long as these white people out there protesting, the last time they did the No Kings, right? No
right,
white people were arrested. No police got aggressive with white people. But in Philadelphia, on the news, you see two black women, older, being
uh-huh,
handcuffed and treated roughly by the police. So no, we shouldn't be out there putting our bodies on the line.
right,
It's time for them to make a decision. Do you want to save your country or not? We gave you the our people gave you the blueprint since forever. We've
right.
been in this country marching, protesting. We gave you the blueprint. We showed you what to do. All you got to do now is go out there and do it. We don't have to come out there with you. We need to stay safe. We still have to survive.
Right. Whew, it's a lot
Yeah.
every
Like I said
day.
yesterday,
Uh,
I really wish that black people would take this time to focus on our community. I really would. And not just say it's this is not our fight. This is not our fight, but we still have fighting to do. And it's in our own communities. I wish we would take the time out. This is the perfect opportunity to create a political party. We don't have one.
mhm.
This is a perfect opportunity for Black America to sit back and go, okay, we're not in this fight, so let's fight what's going on in our communities. Let's
Well,
figure out a way to start working on our community.
did you see where they were changing the maps for the voting?
Well,
Are you familiar about that?
I think that's in the Supreme Court. I don't know if they ruled on it just yet. Excuse
Right,
me. Um, but they're definitely trying to redistrict it, making the claim that it was the districting was a violation of civil rights. Actually, they're trying to say that the districting was uneven due to black people, right?
right.
It gave black people a majority in some of these districts. But this was something that Project 2025 talked about,
Right.
right? So it's nothing new. Whatever they're doing, I'm gonna say it. I mean it from the bottom of my heart. Hey, go ahead and do it. You could bring Jim Crow back if you want.
I'm not.
Yeah,
Hey now.
I'm gonna tell you why. You know
Why?
why? Because some of these uppity Negroes need to get knocked off their high horses. They
Oh,
need to get brought
do
back
I have
down
that
to
footage
reality.
that you sent me about
Yeah,
those?
yeah.
Oh
Did you
yeah,
see?
let's talk about that
Yeah.
because
Did you see? Did you hear him?
yeah, I want to ahead. I'm waiting for the clip to add. That is hilarious. You said so. So that's one of the reasons why you wish that
Yeah,
that
they could bring. You could bring Jim Crow back. You could bring segregation back, and get some of these uppity Negroes and get them back to under.
That if Jesus is black, heaven is a ghetto. Everywhere black people live is a damn ghetto. Why should I be yelling at the white man? Hell, wasn't for him, we'd all probably be dead from diseases and sickness. The hell with each other. Wasn't for the white man. The white man built America. You say the slave built America. Don't they cover that lie? I'll slap the taste out of your mouth. You ain't built nothing. Half the time what you did build as a slave, the white man had to whoop your ass with a whoop to get you to do that little bit of work that you did do. It to whoop your ass to get it done. Talking about we built them. You ain't built a damn thing. Don't own a damn thing. None of it. You had Harlem, you threw that away. No, thank God for the white man. Thank God. He's built America and some other safe places. Built airlines so you can ride around on. Built automobiles. Hell, y'all ain't got one nation in Africa have built a car. Talking that damn talk. The only thing y'all can do is play basketball, run up and down the court like a bunch of double-jointed fools. Somebody said to me that.
so and this
Did
is
you hear
our
him?
people.
Did you hear what he said? He said the only way you built something, the white man had to whoop you. Of course he did. Didn't nobody want to build nothing for free? But he made it like it was a bad thing. Like, yeah, the only reason why you did it is because the white man had to whoop you. Yeah, he had to whoop me. He had to whoop him because he was trying to make him do something for free. But, and he's a pastor and has a church. That means it's people who sit there and listen to that.
I'm just floored. I just cannot believe what is happening in America. I just cannot. Like for you to go to church to hear someone curse like that and make you believe. Basically, what I got out of that, he telling me I ain't. Basically,
Yeah, basically.
like yeah. I mean, and to hear how can black people come together if they have that mentality?
Hey, we all don't have to come together. Just the like-minded. We let him
Right.
go where he want to be, right? He wanted we based off of what he talking about. We know where he want to be, and we let him go over there because he's not. I mean, Stony Love, he's nothing new. It's been
Oh
black
yeah,
people
they
like
everywhere.
it's been black people like him since the ancestors got off the slave ships,
Oh yeah,
right?
for
And
sure.
I say it's generational. Like he come from a long line of them.
Okay, now let's listen to this one. When you said when we got off the ship, let's find out.
If slavery never happened, then you would be in a grass hut. Yeah. All right, well, we need reparations. Your reparations are that you get to live in America. You're welcome. You're welcome.
You get to have the Christian religion,
That's
live
right.
better than your ancestors
The
ever would
greatest
have.
moment in history for any brown or black country is the moment that the white man's ships arrive on your shore.
Really?
Yeah. And remember we were talking about the text messages that the political the
Yes.
news, right?
Yes.
That type of what he just said is how they build their base, right? This is how you build white supremacy, by degrading the other people. This is how they justified slavery. If it wasn't for us, these people would be living in huts. We did them a favor. And this is how they look at us. And let's be clear about something. That is not the minority of white people. That is the majority. A lot of us are under the impression we think that he's the minority of white people. No, it's not. They're the majority. That's how they think.
Wow.
That's how they think. And that what he just said is so far from true. It's ridiculous. A little bit of research, a little bit, and you can find that what he just said was totally false.
My God.
But this is what they think. So yeah, when they
And
start
this is
talking
what they're
about
teaching their children.
now, there you have it. There you have it. White supremacy 101.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
And
We have
he's
not
a pastor.
overcame.
He's a pastor.
Oh, so both of them are pastors.
Yes, that man is a minister. He's a pastor.
And this is why I don't go to church.
That's another whole nother topic we can have.
Yeah, that's another show, another
Yeah,
day.
that's another show right there.
Yes. Why I
That
don't go.
church got us in the chokehold. We still waiting on Jesus.
Oh yeah, yeah. I learned so much. I grew up in the church, and we went to church on Sunday morning, Sunday night, Monday night, Wednesday night, Friday night. Oh, I'm all churched out.
Mm. Mm.
They beat the Jesus in me.
They beat him in you, huh? Yeah, the same way they did the slaves. Yeah. I'm still asking people, do anybody have an estimated time of arrival? Do anybody know when Jesus gonna get here?
Oh, I'm talking about they beat him in me. I had to go. I mean, so a lot of but as I got older, I realized there was more to spirituality than just worshiping and praising and congregating with a bunch of people. And I too understood that the celebration of coming together was a part of slavery, even from the way we eat, because we had to eat those type of foods to stay full from the land, like eating potatoes and beans and, of course, the things that Black
Right.
people eat.
Right. We got those scraps.
Right, because it was filling.
Mhm.
But a lot of that created diabetes. You had to learn to unlearn that behavior. Is it not good? It's good food, but is it good for you? No.
Mhm.
So we learn these things, we're taught these things. Our parents weren't bad people. They didn't know any better because their parents, who came from slaves and slave masters, was just passing it down. So part of who we are,
Right.
and I try to, unlearn the behavior, and then that overseer mentality. They're everywhere, and they're Black people too. They're in the workplace, in anywhere you go. They're watching
Absolutely.
you to tell on you. Master, look, like, wow,
Mhm.
seriously. It's embedded in them.
I just said it's generational. They come from a
Yes.
long line of them.
So
Yeah.
so even for when we say Black people, when we find ourselves doing certain things, it's from the plantation. Just like they were saying something the other day when they were asking immigrants for, not immigrants, legal citizens for their paperwork. And one of the agents said your name doesn't match what you look like. Like,
Mm.
my name look like my master.
Mm. Mm. Right.
That's what my name, because
Yeah.
this ain't my name.
Right.
And so
A lot of our names don't match what we look like.
exactly.
You know?
I don't look like
Yeah.
a Heinz. That was
Exactly.
my master's name.
Right. Right.
So when they say that, I thought it was funny. Because no, we don't look like
Yeah.
a Caldwell or a Thornhill, or
Exactly.
all of them were masters.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But let them tell it. Only a certain percentage of them own slaves. Sure, it seemed like a lot of Black people have black slave names for only a certain percentage to have these names, right?
Yeah, like Like Johnson
that's
is
what
one
they're.
slave name.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's a
Johnson,
lot of
Brown. Yeah, Washington.
Hopkins, Graham.
Yeah,
Yeah,
all those are slave. All those are masters' names.
I really don't. Go ahead, what you said?
No, most of them are master's name, and I believe Johnson was incorporated for just black people when they went up north just to
Right.
have a name to
Mhm.
go by. So a lot of us don't even know our name.
I mean, a lot of us. It's not even a lot of us. None of us do. Majority of us can only go back maybe 5 generations.
Right.
That's how like trying to say this to people, they don't really get that. They don't understand how disconnected Black America really is
Right.
from our original state. Some of us can't even go back past maybe a great grandfather.
Well, I did an ancestry.com,
Okay,
and you wouldn't believe what I found out about myself.
what was that?
I am part Nigerian, a very
Okay,
huge part. So maybe I'll be deported.
nah, I doubt that. They got one of them amendments for us. Ain't that something? They had to pass an amendment to make us citizens. And we were here when the country was founded. Not only was we here when the country was founded, but Black people actually fought in the Revolutionary War.
That is so
But you
true.
had to make an amendment for us to be citizens. And majority of white people, your family came over here on Ellis Island. Right? You naturalized citizens, like you not really American like we American.
Right.
Majority of us are American, like
Yes.
1776 American.
17.
Going back, you know what I mean? A
Yeah.
lot of them came over here on Ellis Island. We more American than they are. But they had to make an amendment for us, for the descendants of the slaves. That is I mean,
I know. We
yeah.
still haven't overcame. We have not overcame. And speaking of citizenship, let's look at this video here. I was watching a show. Matter of fact, it was Don Lemon. I'm a big Don Lemon fan.
Are you?
And he was saying that we need this energy right here for tomorrow on the No Kings rally. I'm gonna play it for you.
Bitch, you stupid bitch. That's why you're a bunch of fucking criminals. I wish you would. I wish the fuck you would. Yes, the fuck we his family. Y'all a bunch of big pussies. Don't tell me calm down. Who the fuck is you? We don't like none of you.
You okay?
No, how can I be okay? You okay? Are you okay?
Are you okay?
I look like I'm okay? Don't come up in my face here because I hit hard. Fuck wrong with y'all?
Try it.
I wish you would.
Try it.
You try me and see what the fuck happened. Nigga, we angry. All of us angry out here. So don't think it's y'all alone.
Get out of here.
You who you telling get out of here? Why you telling me get out of here? You asked me a question and I'm answering you.
Get out of here. Man.
Fuck wrong with you? Oh, stupid ass bitch. That's why you gotta hide your face.
You wanna go to jail?
You told me my mother I can tell you anything.
You wanna go to
Fuck
jail?
wrong with you? You wanna hit me? Hit me, bitch. You ain't got me. Nobody's scared of you. You're a pussy ass. Come. I got rings on, bitch. So me and you gonna fight. You a pussy bitch. You a pussy bitch. That's why your kids them don't like you and your wife is fucking on you. That's why you gotta hide your face. My face ain't hidden, bitch. I'm American, you stupid bitch. Fuck wrong with y'all? You can take me too high. I'm Charlotte the Zodiac Price. You know what to do? Tell them, no. You want me? Fuck wrong with y'all? Fuck all of you. Put that on the news. Let Trump see it. I'm so fucking ready, bitch.
Put that on the news and let Trump see it. My name is Charlotte Price.
That's
what
right.
she said.
Yeah.
And she was like, that's why your kids don't like you.
Yeah.
And your wife, I was like, oh my gosh, she went to town.
Yeah, she went in. I had seen that video. Yeah, we need that type of energy, but we need it from a couple of Margarets, some Anns. Yeah, you know what I mean?
Yeah, some Joanne's.
Yeah, I worry about when I see my sisters doing that. Cause you see how quick he was ready to go. You want to go to jail? And he was ready to jump on her face.
But that's
That's
all
why,
he could say. You want to go to jail? You want to go to
right.
jail? And
Yeah,
her words were, if you hit me, I hit hard. I
yeah,
got rings on,
yeah.
meaning I'm gonna fight you like a man. You might put your strength on me, but I'm gonna fight back.
I got her winning too. I think she would have whooped him. I
And they
think I
would have
think
let him
she
because she got
she
so
sounded
much.
way too confident.
Yeah, she had a lot in her.
Yeah.
But you know,
She,
if more people around the world, and I'm not advocating for violence or because that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying if more people had that do not with me mentality.
mm-hmm,
I am an American citizen. I have just as much as of a right to be here than you do.
mm-hmm.
Maybe this will kind of just cease. But that is what they're afraid of. That
They are.
is what they are afraid of.
But see, we know, Stony, what they gonna do to us. We know what they gonna do to us, right? We couldn't have never did a January 6th.
Right.
See, these people got to do a January 6th. That's how it gotta be them. It can't be us. That's why I'm saying they have a decision to make. You trying to save your country or not? Because you're gonna have to get out there. You're gonna have to get out there. You're gonna have to fight fire with fire. Them people did a January 6th. You're gonna have to pull a January 6th if you want to stop this.
So what do you think tomorrow is going to be like? October the 18th.
It's gonna be a peaceful protest of people with a lot of signs all around the country, the same way they did back in what was that, February? They're gonna have a lot of signs saying no kings. It's gonna be a lot of elderly people. It's gonna be some ex-veterans, and they're gonna be okay. But if they really, because you have like look what these Republican states have done. They put laws in place. Don't block traffic. Out there in Florida,
I'm sorry.
yeah. Out in Florida, if you block traffic, the governor out there done gave him the okay to run you over.
What?
Yeah. So yeah, if you block traffic, it's if they feel like their life is in danger. And you know how they feel when they get, how they get when their life is in danger. So, there'll be a bunch of peaceful protests and life will go on.
Well, they did a press release stating, making people who are ignorant and do not understand what the No Kings protest is tomorrow, that these people are going to be out here, doing unlawful things and rallying. They're misleading America for those who don't know and who trust them with the information. And I'm speaking about, the Speaker of the House currently, Mike Johnson. Is that his name? I think that's his name.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And other representatives of the House just stating how tomorrow is going to be not such a good thing.
Mm.
So you can't, and for if I wasn't so involved in, independent journalism and understanding and reading, I probably too will fall victim of the weaponizing of misinformation, the scare tactic, the fearfulness, all of it. You would just fall into a mental state of mind and believing the hype of what these people are trying to make you believe and justify why they need to use force, why they need to use the military to fight for us in our neighborhood. What are the police for? Why do we need the National Guardsmen when we have police?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So I don't understand.
At this point,
Yeah.
go ahead.
No,
Go ahead.
I was done.
At this point, I don't. You can't convince me at this point that people don't know, as far as misinformation. We almost, I mean, in January it'll be a year.
Yes.
There was a lot of misinformation during the campaign. So at this point, anybody that's saying that they don't know, they don't want to know. So anything that Michael Johnson is saying, when these people putting this thing out, this is for his base. Other people,
Right.
they know what it is. They know that these people are just, they'll blurt out anything.
Mhm.
All of these protests are going to be peaceful. They're not going to be obstructing justice. They're not, I mean, obstructing traffic. They're not going to do any of these things. Like I said, they just had one in February. I don't see it being any different. You know, they're rallying up. They're getting his base together. They're getting his base because the next thing is to stop protesting altogether. No
Oh,
more
yeah.
protesting. No more civil disobedience.
That's exactly what's next. That's why they said that they're going
Right.
after the people
Mhm.
who organize and sponsor these rallies and start to lock them up for the RICO Act. Now, I'm going to do a little bit more research, but with all of these indictments and incarcerations, we don't have enough prisons for all these people.
Well, they building them.
What'd you say?
They building them.
No, they're going to use the old Walmarts. We're going to keep that in mind for Monday. Those
Okay.
old Walmarts that's in your neighborhood. Yeah. Yeah.
They definitely gonna find a place to put them.
That's the old Walmarts.
Yeah. They
If you
have
know-
somewhere set up.
Yeah, that's too many Walmarts across the country that has been closed down. Walmart made over a couple of $1 billion last year.
Mhm.
And the year before that. So why are you closing the Walmarts? Why are you building them and closing them within a year? That is because they need space to house, and they've already started to house some of the people that are being deported in one of those Walmarts. So are these Walmarts going to be for American civilians and citizens that are arrested? I'm going to
They've
do
been
more
saying it.
research about it.
They've been saying it. They said he was going to be trying to deport Americans. He was going to be arresting Americans. Because the enemy, what he talks about is the enemy within, right?
Right.
Okay, I'm 52. In my lifetime, I have never seen the animosity between conservatives and liberals that you see today. There's always been that little battle about ideology, right?
Right.
But
now it's
now
blatant in us versus them.
it's us versus them. There is so many times I have seen I hate liberals.
Mhm.
The language, the tone has changed. So this is where it's headed. This is where it's going. He set this up, and we just have to sit back and watch the show.
I want to change the channel. I don't
Mm.
like the show.
Aha. Yeah, it's on all channels. Hey,
Because when
Stone, it's on all channels.
Yeah, when I see white America crying because they can't eat steak this week,
Mm.
oh, it's heartbreaking.
Yeah, they can't go on 2 vacations this year.
No, it's heartbreaking.
You feel heartbroken?
Yeah.
I don't. Yeah, I don't.
Yeah.
They can't get you a pack of hot dogs. They're gonna have to they gotta figure it out. Get a pack of hot dogs. Hey, it is what it is. You know, throw some beans on top of that. You're gonna be all right. The goal is have you some food. You can't have steak. Oh well, you know, get you some ramen noodles.
Well, they don't. Well, you might not want to eat the ramen noodles because if you don't have health insurance and that blood pressure go up from that sauce in the ramen noodles, you got a problem here.
Yeah.
So they don't know how that works. See, we understand that you have to compartmentalize this food, what we're gonna eat this week. If you know what I'm saying? They don't understand that.
No, they
They're
gonna
just
learn it
now
though.
beginning to feel it.
And it's like I said, if they want to save their country, they have like decisions we had to make throughout our lives, right?
Right.
If they want to save their country, they have some decisions they need to make. You can't continue to fight this new war using old weapons. You're gonna have to meet them. What we say, you're gonna have to match energy.
Yeah.
You're gonna have to match their energy.
Yes. Well,
They bullying them. They are bullying the Democratic Party. They've already bullied them. So,
well, I predict that this too shall pass, and America will take the reins again. Like, yeah.
But where does that put black people at?
I don't have an answer for that yet. Let me think about it this weekend, and when we come back on Monday, we're gonna figure out where black folks are. I know we're in the middle right now, but we're gonna definitely figure that out. We want to thank you all for watching Stoney and Jamar. Have a great weekend, and until the next time, stay safe, stay in prayer, drink your water, and mind your business. Talk to you later. See you later.
Have a good weekend.
You too. Thank you.
Yeah.